Page ready. And this is Fat B, man. I'm going to show you how to catch a queen and mark the queen.
And there's 10 of them
when
in
you
there.
spot the
They're
queen,
all nice and neat with the signature.
And I'm going to go through the procedure here. Spot
you bet.
that queen.
Bye.
Take the queen if I put them on the ground?
Sure.
Okay, we'll find them.
I mean, she's a bottom dweller, though.
Well, I get some top dwellers sometimes. See, sometimes you get them out in the light and you can see them better. All right, let's set this back over here. There she is right there. See? There we go. We got the queen. All right, let me put these over in here. Now what you want to do is put your finger down. Let that queen get a hold of her. Get your hold of your finger. Take a hold on to that there.
You're holding her legs?
I'm holding her legs. And what I did is I let her reach out and grab my finger. Now always block your color. Put your color out here. Take a tiny bit of it and put it on that thorax right there. See how I did that? Now you take your finger. See, I'm holding the queen. That's what I said. Sometimes you have to learn to work by yourself. Put the queen in head first. Give her a little goose in the butt there. See how she goes in? Take your cork and put that cork back in there. And then just set the frames back in there. Now what I'm going to do is I want to let that queen sit in that cage 4 or 5 minutes. I want that paint to dry. Now I'm using a fluorescent here. And I dotted this over here, or I blotted it. And here's how I try to teach my students. Get this paint here, drip it onto this frame. And if we're using the color of paint for the national color of the year for that queen, it also tells me, I blotted my pen and I put the dot here. That tells me that that's the year that I put that frame in. So it helps in rotation of pulling the frames in and out. So that's one reason. But in cases when I deal with people who have bad eyesight or have a hard time, I don't worry about the colors. What I do is put the color the person can look at. And I'll use whiteout, I'll use yellow, I use fluorescent. Fluorescent stands out real good on a lot of the bees. And it's easy to spot. See, now we're gathering up our bees that's on the ground. And what we're going to do is close it up. See how that color has just kind of faded just a little bit? That paint is dry now. You see that color faded on there?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what I'm going to do is pick up a frame, and I need to get some workers. Now see how I'm holding the frame? I'm hooking my finger around that frame. I'm going to take this cork out of here. I'm going to set it over here. Keep your eye on that queen when you're putting your workers in there. Now grab a worker, watch the queen get up to the other end, put the worker in. Grab you a worker, look for that queen, put that worker in. Reach down, grab you a worker, check for your queen. If you don't synchronize this thumb to that queen, she sticks her head out that opening and you put your thumb down, you just killed $25. And now these, we're going to hand these to the customer. So we can get by with about 4 to 5, maybe 6 workers. You have to develop a feel for it. If you've gotten stung, that bee is going to die. Put you an extra one in there. See, that queen is ready to come out. See how she's got her head trying to get out? There she turned. I'm going to put that queen in, that worker. Now, it's common for those bees to sting your finger when you're putting them in there. So don't worry about it. If you're going to ship them in the United States postage, that postmaster, they require 7 to 8 workers in this. So now I've just got a stinger right there. That worker in there is going to end up dying. That's why I put an extra worker in there. And then I put my cork in. Now, people that's afraid to catch bees, I just got stung. I forgot to say ow. Ow. Now you put your cork in. Now see, I still got control of that frame. You know, if you got an assistant to hold things for you, that works out good. Okay, now we're going to close up the hive. Now, there's my customer. He's going to hold the frame, the queen, and we're going to close this up, and then we're going to mark it that it needs a queen, and we'll find a circle. There's a circle. That's a broken circle. Oh, there's one back there. Right down there. That helps you identify where you need to put queen cells. Just stick it right about in the middle. That way you know where. I'm going to take my marking stuff. We're going to go off and get us 2 more queens. Did you learn anything in that one? That bee, man, we're going to catch a queen. We're going to mark a queen. And we're going to go through it step by step. We're going to put a little smoke in these bees. And you want the object to do is try to find that queen as soon as you can. Because the longer you leave the hive open, the more they're going to run. All right. The object on this is try to find them in the first 15 seconds. Because she's just going to run. Now you got a gland queen in here. We haven't pulled one out of here for a while, so she's got to be. Where you at, queen? All right. We'll take this frame out. Spacer. Hold it. No, that one's just got a few bees on it. Let me double check it. See, my problem is when my eyes dilate, I can't spot queens as fast. And that sun's coming and going, coming and going. Now see, those bees are running to that side. She's on the wall, I bet. It's gonna be on the wall. Alright, we need to look at the wall, so check that one. Let me get this one out of the way so we can look at the wall. You see the way those bees, they're circling like the railroad or the wagon train. That's usually what they do when there's a queen on the wall. I got her right here. Got her? Okay.
How do you tell she's a queen?
Okay, now, when you go to pick a queen up, what you want to do, try to catch the queen by the wings. Like so. Now, you see how the legs are going like crazy? Don't reach up and grab those legs, because she's going to spin on you. See how she just grabbed my thumb? See how that was done? All right, now you bring your fingers up gently. Now, you've got her held there. Now, what you want to do is open up your paint that you're going to use. And I'm using a, see if you can get that open for me. I'm using a fluorescent. Now the first thing to do is blot this color right over here. That identifies the frame for the year. And then put you a dot right there on your queen. See? Alright, now I'm still got her firmly held here. What I'm going to do is take my finger, I'm going to pull that cork out and let it go into the feeder. I'm going to take that queen and I'm going to get her head stuck into the cage and just bump her in the butt. See how she went in there? Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get my cork. I'm going to set my cork into the hole here. What I want to do is set that queen down and I want to let that paint dry, because if I put workers back in here, what's going to happen is they're going to chew that paint off of that queen. Now, I'm showing you how to mark a queen. Whether I like to mark them is another thing. The bees in this hive, a lot of times, look at that queen and they think she's defective. They'll replace her. That's one reason people lose queens. Second is, I don't believe in clipping queens. It doesn't do anything. It's like climbing a rock wall. If you've got both your arms, legs, you can climb it fairly decent. But if you've been amputated a leg or an arm, you can't move. The bees sense there's something wrong with that queen. It does not prevent her from leaving the box. If she leaves the box, she'll climb up the nearest tree. There's a reason she left the box. Mite control. You've got a lot of mites, a lot of small hive beetles. Something is not right in the box. Now, what I like to do is I'll get a couple frames together. Most of the time, you're going to work by yourself. So what I do is I'll grab a frame and I'll lock my fingers around the top bar, like so. And I'll turn the queen to where I watch her go up, take the cork out, I'm going to keep my finger over that opening. I'm going to reach down here and I'm going to get a bee. I'm going to watch that queen. When she goes up, I'm going to put that bee in there. See? Close it up, get you another bee. Watch for that queen. When she turns, put it in. Get you another bee. When she's out of the way, put it in. Now, if you don't synchronize your fingers right, and when she sticks her head out that thing there and you're looking down here and you happen to see the queen come out, you put your thumb on there, you're going to decapitate a queen. I've been down there, I've done it. The reason I'm doing these learning videos is to help you as new beekeepers be a better beekeeper. Because if old people don't teach the younger generation how to keep bees, we're not going to have bees. Now, in this particular video, I've got 2 new students, and they're both from Texas. Whoops, there goes the queen. So that's what I'm just saying. You've got to have your eyes where you're doing. Now, just set that down like this. And get that quick bee off of there. Now, I'm going to put her... You can either put your hand like this, let her walk up, or let her... A lot of times I'll put her on my shirt, and I'll let her walk on my shirt, then I'll get a hold of her. All right, get in my shirt, get in my shirt. She's just loving up on me. Look at that. All right, get a hold of the queen. All right, now, put your queen back in there. See? Get back in the box. See? No fuss, no muss. Get back to the same position. That's the problem if you're talking and trying to do 2 or 3 things. Put your bee in here. Okay? Just like so. Always make sure the queen is free and clear. Now, sometimes you're going to get stung on the finger. If you feel yourself get stung, get you an extra bee. If you're handing the queen to a customer that's picking it up, you only need 4 or 5 worker bees in there. See, now I just got stung. See right there? Just take the frame, pull it off like that. I like to put an extra bee in there to take care of the queen just in case that happens, because you're catching queens fairly fast, and a lot of times you don't feel being stung. Now there we have a marked queen in good shape.